Join me right now on Kumite TV is the winner of season 27, the Ultimate Fighter, Mike Trizano. What's going on, Mike?
Not much, man. Everything's good. Ready to feast next week.
Definitely, man. I'm catching you at work. What do you do for a job?
So I work for Tiger Shulmann's martial arts. So I train with them. We have a fight team and everything like that. But I also, like, in the evenings, I teach kids and adults, how to protect themselves, how to get in good shape, helping the kids build confidence, things like that. And I enjoy it, man. I eat, breathe, and sleep this stuff. So I train myself in the morning, and then I train others at night.
Tiger Shulmann's Challenge of Champions. Talk about that, man.
Yeah, so we have twice a year, we do an in-house tournament, just Tiger Shulmann's. We have almost 50 schools in the tri-state area, and in like New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Connecticut. So we get together, and it's a chance for all the students to kind of test their skills and see how well they've learned everything over the months and months of training. It's the closest thing to an actual fight that they can get to, and 99% of the people that come in don't want to compete or don't want to get punched in the face and get hurt. They just want to learn the martial arts, and they just want to improve on themselves. So it's a good opportunity for them to really test their skills and see that the stuff they're learning works. And it's an awesome experience. All the instructors in Tiger Shulmann's, like myself and all the other guys in all the other schools, we all are the refs and judges of all the students, and it's an awesome experience. Thousands of people go, and it's an all-day event on a Sunday, and it's a kickboxing tournament and a jiu-jitsu tournament. So, only like our black belts will do like an MMA tournament, but all the other divisions, obviously we have like beginner, intermediate, advanced, expert. So just like any other tournament, but the kickboxing's just body and legs, and the jiu-jitsu is jiu-jitsu, and it's one of the best ways to, one, build confidence for the kids, and two, it's a great opportunity for the adults to really know that they can protect themselves. So I think, it's great for everybody.
Especially for the kids. You got kids out there putting it on the line at such a young age, and then they see your teammates, like Jimmy Rivera and Julio Arce out there refereeing and being involved. It must be a big inspiration for them.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and it's cool because what we do is, like, we'll have like autograph signings, and all the guys that are on the team that are instructors that are in the UFC, we give them the opportunity to like meet us, like kids from other schools that don't necessarily get to train under us and things like that. And it's really cool because they all look up to us. We're mentors for them, and it's cool to see, like, honestly, like these kids coming up are badass. Like they're the next generation of martial arts fighters, and it's crazy seeing them. When I'm 40, 50 years old, I don't want to be training with them. They're gonna be too good.
Yeah, it's almost hard to think or even predict what the level of martial arts will be in the next 10 to 15, 20 years.
It's constantly evolving, constantly growing. Just the talent level and the technique alone, you can see a difference in the last 5 years. Give it another 25, forget it.
All right, let's get into your fight career. You spent the whole 2018 handing out everyone their first losses. You will forever be embedded into their memories, As a competitor, deep down inside, how does that feel?
I don't really think about my opponents. Like, I just think about trying to better myself. Martial arts competition is a very selfish sport. You got to really worry about yourself. And I'm just always trying to improve me, not just my technique and my fighting and everything like that, but just mentally as well, trying to just push through adversity and being able to go through hard times. And I look forward to each fight because I know it's going to be a lot harder than the last one, and I embrace the challenge. And there's so many good guys out there now, and it's just like it excites me because it's a chance for me to really test and see where I'm at. And either way, like when I go in there, there's no pressure. It's an opportunity for me to grow and learn, regardless of the outcome. And I think that's what excites me the most. And I appreciate, every single one of the guys that I've stepped into the cage with because they've all helped me learn and grow and get to the point I'm at. And they've also learned and grown and helped them in their careers as well. It's always a learning experience regardless of the outcome. And that's why I love this sport so much, man. It's like the greatest thing ever.
You say you focus on yourself. Your first 2 fights against Joe Giannetti and Luis Pena, you were the underdog going in. Was that something that was sitting in the back of your head before leading up to those fights and during the fights?
No, but I definitely thought I got overlooked. I mean, people didn't see me as like a guy that was gonna make waves, like look at Luis, like he's got this big character behind him, and people just like ran with it. So look, I'm a very good fighter. I'm tough, and that stuff doesn't bother me. I'm a very low key person. I just go in there and compete and love it. So follow me. I'm all about the U.S. and supporting our veterans, and I love this sport, and that's it. It doesn't affect me.
In the sport nowadays, there are characters, and it does help you to gain a following. But at the end of the day, you have to step into that cage and you have to win, right? Because if you don't win, you're going to be out of a job. And I think a lot of people forget that when they're watching the pre-fight hype.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to have all your followers come in the cage with you, just you and the other guy. So, at the end of the day, a lot of that stuff could get overwhelming and affect somebody mentally. So you never know how somebody's going to go in there and compete and deal with all like the spotlight and everything like that. It sometimes puts unnecessary pressure on people, and if you let it can break you. But again, everybody's different.
All right, let's talk about your next fight at UFC Rochester. You're back to fighting in the Northeast. Did you enjoy traveling out to fight, or is it good to be back close to home?
Yeah, I want to travel more. I mean, I want to be able to explore, and I'm always up to going to new places, and it's a chance for me to make it a mini vacation too, So I like traveling, but it's always good to be back home, because I got a huge following back home, and I'd like to represent, the area I'm from, and it's good because it makes it easier on people being able to come out and watch me fight. If it's far and you got to take a plane, it's a lot harder for people to get off of work and stuff and come watch. I mean, they can watch on TV, but it's just different when they get to come and actually be in the atmosphere, So I'm excited to fight with the home crowd.
This is your first trip down to featherweight in your UFC career. Why did you decide to do it now instead of your last fight?
Well, I didn't do it my last fight just because I didn't have to. Luis called me out, and he was on the show already with me, so I was like, why not? And then it doesn't make sense to go to 45 for that fight, so I just stayed at 55. Gave me an opportunity to really get my weight back down a little bit lower, like where I walk around at, because I had been carrying it a little heavier just because I knew I was at 55, but I started my nutrition with Paul Altamasi, and I've just been crushing it. My weight is on point right now, and I feel strong, and I've been eating a lot of food, and I feel good. I'm not drained, which is like the greatest thing ever, because in the past when I cut for 45, I kind of just did it on my own and figured it out and winged it, and I did feel it a little bit, but no, I feel amazing. I'm in the best shape of my life right now. So,
was there anyone in particular you wanted to fight instead of Dawson for your featherweight debut for the promotion?
No, I didn't have anybody in mind, to be honest. I mean, just anybody who's gonna move me closer to that title, man. Dawson's up and coming too. He had a great win his last fight, and he's got a great record. He puts pressure on people, and like I said, I love challenges, man. I like to get tested and pushed, and I'm just excited to get back in there.
Yeah, Grant Dawson, he's a good challenge for you. He's a contender series guy. You're a tough guy. Compared to Giannetti and Pena, what differences do you see in him?
Um, I definitely think he likes to favor his jiu-jitsu and his ground game. He'll put a lot of pressure and just try and get me on the cage, take me down. So I mean, that's what I'm expecting. Again, anything could happen in a fight. He could come up and just try and strike with me. So I'm ready for everywhere, and I'm just again excited to just exchange some leather and feel that canvas again, man. Nothing like it.
Training camp, you got a huge team behind you. You got Julio Arce preparing side by side. Shane Burgos just got a big win. Jimmy Rivera's about to fight on a pay-per-view. What is the atmosphere like at Tiger Shulmann right now?
Oh, it's been electric, man. Everybody's just, so we're all fighting around the same times. Everyone's been helping each other get ready, and the intensity in training has just like picked up tenfold, and it's been an awesome few months, and I'm excited to put in some work on the 18th for sure.
Are there any other spots that you've been frequenting during your preparations?
No, so Paul, I talked to Paul. He wrote me a whole plan, and I like to cook, so I cook all my food, and he just tells me what to have, when to have it, how much to have of it, and I just do all the work and put it all in, and that's it. I've had Frank Benedetto, who's been my strength and conditioning coach. He's been really putting a lot of science into the training and taking my conditioning to another level with like monitoring my heart rate and everything like that. So he's been a huge help and helping me just stay healthy and get in even better shape than I was already in. And Master Tiger Shulman's been my coach, and without him, I mean, I wouldn't be where I am today. He took me to the next level. We have the best coaches in the game, and it's just showing. Like, our team is just, we had a lot of great amateurs up and coming, and we got a bunch of guys in the UFC, and we're making waves, man. We're coming.
Did you take anything away from your previous performances and make adjustments in your training moving forward?
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely have been working a lot, just putting bigger combinations together and having more of an output. So I plan on throwing a lot more. There's gonna be a high input or output of striking and just everything. So I'm excited to try some things.
Do you feel that you're more powerful in your strikes as a featherweight compared to a lightweight?
Yeah, honestly, I feel like I hit like a truck at 145. I'm a big 45er, along with Shane. Shane's a big 45er too. We were both training with each other for this fight, and I feel like I hit hard, and I'm excited to get in there, man. I'm telling you, I'm feeling so strong. My body is just on point, man. Best shape of my life, hands down.
When you look at the list of the winners of the Ultimate Fighter, a lot of them have become champions. Rashad Evans, Michael Bisping. Do you get motivation from them since history likes to repeat itself?
Yeah, man. It excites me. I won one of the toughest toughest tournaments in the world, and just it does motivate me. It makes me feel like, all right, I can be a champion, and I will be a champion. I just got to keep working hard. That's it. You put in the work, and you make some sacrifices, and you don't ever quit. You can achieve anything.
Have you gotten a chance to talk to any of those guys, any of the champions that kind of took the same route as you?
Yeah, I talked to Michael Bisping one time when I went on Fox Sports, and for like tough talk and stuff, and he just had some great pointers to give me. You know, he's a really down to earth guy, and he was I think the only one I really had an opportunity to talk to that became a champion from tough.
All right, man. May 18th, UFC on ESPN plus 10, Rochester, New York. Thank you, Mike, for your time, and good luck on your fight, man.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it.